Hello, Commander. In this video, you will find practical guidance to get used to the controls of Pirate Patrol. Pirate Patrol contains very detailed and deep tactical mechanisms. We recommend that you review the How to Play section before starting the game. Trying to explore the game without reviewing this section may cause you to waste a lot of time, and you may still not be able to discover all the details. The first screen you see is the tactical map. This map moves by sliding to the right and left. You can use the arrow keys or the A and C keys for this. The first tactical map you see when you start the game is a very small map. You can also consider it as a small tutorial map. We recommend that you get used to the controls of the game on this map. The tactical maps you will encounter in the later parts of the game are much larger and can take hours to finish. First, you can press the middle mouse button or the space bar to pause and resume the game. You can also adjust the game speed by moving the middle mouse wheel back and forth while the game is running. This system is a secret technology called neural network, which was developed to make it easier for your human warriors to fight against AI robots. Neural network allows the mental abilities of all crew and pilots to be accelerated and strengthened in a synchronized way. However, the human body can withstand this load for a certain period of time, and when this period is over, it needs to return to normal and rest. You can follow these processes in the relevant bar in the bridge panel. In the fighter panel, you will see your fighter ships and pilots ready to launch on the mothership. In the turrets panel just below, you will find information about the weapons on the mothership. Mini turrets numbered 1, 2, 4, and 5 work automatically as point defense. Large turret numbered 3 is your long-range heavy artillery and can be very deadly when used correctly. In numbers 6 and 7, you will see missile launchers. These missiles can reach very long distances, and each launcher can launch up to 5 missiles at a time. The missiles create an area effect where they explode and also damage other enemy ships and asteroids in the vicinity. The first thing you need to do when you first start the game is to check the mothership's weapons and equipment and change them if necessary. To do this, click on the mothership symbol in the mini menu that appears at the top right while the game is paused. On this screen, you can examine and change the weapons and equipment of the mothership, the Father. First, we recommend that you change the main weapon. Then you can check the mini turrets and missiles. Then you should check the ship's equipment, and if there is better equipment in the ship's cargo, we recommend that you change it. After you finish configuring the main ship, we recommend that you also check the weapons of the fighter ships. To do this, click on the fighter icon in the mini menu. The screen that appears here is the Father's hangar. On this screen, you can examine all your fighter ships, pilots and officers, and assign them to the relevant stations. You can also change the pilots and fighter ships that are ready to launch in the launch bays. You can configure the fighter ships by clicking on the gear symbol in the lower right corner of the fighter ships. On this screen, we recommend that you organize the weapons and missiles of the fighters in the launch bay using the arrow keys above or the letters A and D. If you have made all your preparations, you can launch your fighter ships into space to fight by opening the fighter panel on the tactical screen. In this panel, you can select fighter ships by pressing the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 keys. The commands you can give to each selected ship are shown at the bottom of the screen. These commands are launch, recall, turbo fire, turbo speed, escort or cancel orders. Basically, your fighter ships and pilots are very intelligent NPCs that act with their own intelligence, and they fight the approaching enemies without you having to give orders. Pilots engage in combat by selecting targets based on threat calculations determined by the tactical officer on the Father, but you can still direct them to attack other targets or to exit combat and return to the mothership. They also perform evasive maneuvers to avoid taking damage in combat. In some cases, if their comrades in arms are in trouble, they may disobey your orders and go to help their friends. Or they may take heavy damage, go into shock, and find it difficult to control their ship. For this reason, we recommend that you check your pilots' calls and warnings carefully and call your pilots who are heavily damaged to the mothership for repairs as soon as possible. Fighters returning to the mothership are repaired and their ammunition is replenished in the process. But remember, every bullet you fire, every missile you launch, or every resource you use up during repairs consumes the Father's logistics resources. When your logistics storage is depleted, your weapons can no longer find ammunition to fire, and your ships cannot be repaired. After the conflict, you can scan the debris left by enemy ships to find useful technologies and equipment. To do this, you need to right-click on the debris while a fighter ship is selected. After the scanning process is complete, you should collect the loot found. To do this, you should right-click on the loot box while a fighter is selected. If you enter the orbit of a planet or space station, you can see the trade button next to the bridge panel. Pressing this button will open the trade screen, and you can sell or buy new weapons and equipment from the Father's cargo. Finally, to exit the map, you have to reach the green zone on the right of the screen. This is the appropriate gravity point to make the jump into hyperspace. Once you exit the map, you will get the battle report, and then you will reach the galactic map.
Captain.
Pirate Patrol is a game that is rapidly evolving, updated, and enriched with new features. To learn more about the game, we strongly recommend you to follow the update news. A great battle awaits you against ruthless robots with artificial intelligence and the ruthless bosses of the corporatocracy behind them, ready to sacrifice humanity for their ambitions. Good luck, Commander.
Answer 1, I'm sorry, request to get